It's really about listening to people's inner voice. And I learned to do that as a therapist, is just to sort of center the client as the expert of their own experience.
So where did the name queering therapy come from?
So the concept of queering really means just taking something which is usually taken at face value and turning it on its head. So leaving room for the unexpected, leaving room for what is not mainstream or somehow dogmatic. So it's really about listening to people's inner voice. And I learned to do that as a therapist, is just to sort of center the client as the expert of their own experience, but also look at how the different layers, socio-historical, socio-political, familial, all of this kind of stuff that we throw on ourselves or that's thrown onto us, how when it is unearthed, just leaves space for basically people to listen to the whispers of their own desires and what feels good to them intuitively without all of the noise. And so to do that, we start with silly questions, right? Like, what is pleasure? And oftentimes people have like the response that they think that they should give to others or what they've kind of come to learn, but that often doesn't fit with what is actually underneath the surface. And so queering is just making space for what exists and what the truth is behind all of the conditioning on top of it.
Yeah, I love that. So, what is one tip that you would give someone in a relationship, in any kind of relationship? It could be monogamous, non monogamous, any kind of relationship. What's one tip that you would give for keeping the spark alive?
So, my one tip for keeping the spark alive is don't always have penetrative sex. And so, what this means is, however you're configured in your relationship, if you're in a mixed sex or same sex or creative relationship configuration, it just means try not to focus on penetrative. This opens up the menu and it sort of gives you a lot more spice and a lot more flavor in terms of what you can sort of pick off of the menu, because typically people order this like entree of penetrative or intercourse, however you define that, and leaves room for the unexpected and for you to have a lot of creativity. So once in a while, maybe even on a regular basis, just take that right off the table and see what else kind of happens from within that space.
I love that analogy. I love how you refer to it as an entree. And that doesn't have to be the entree. You could have all appetizers. You could have all dessert, like whatever brings you pleasure and whatever keeps that spark alive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we are looking forward to seeing you at this event. Where can people find you? Are you on social media? Do you have a website if people want to learn more about you?
Yeah, if people want to learn more about me, they can follow me on Instagram at Kat Kova Therapy, or they can visit the website, which is www.katkovatherapy.com.